Got my Java, job. Jimmy, the job. Okay. Alrighty. Woo! Welcome to this video. It's been a hot minute. I got my job. Seems to be the thing to do on the YouTube is drink coffee while you're teaching stuff to people or talking anyway. This video I'm going over the winging shoulder that I have and the exercises that I'm doing now for that. Two of them at least were given to me by a physical therapist, and then the other ones I found online. You can find all these online, and I'm going to post in the description below a couple videos that I actually pulled from. And you know, I want to give a big disclaimer. I am just a guy in a bus recovering from this and working through it so I can get back into my full creative flow and creative state here. If you are experiencing anything from pain in the back, anything with the shoulder, see a professional. See a doctor. See a physical therapist. They'll help diagnose it, specifically really work with it. So let's get to it. The first exercise that I started doing that was given to me when I was first shown is actually a really simple one. It's more of like an awareness. So it's about posture. So it's always coming up to sit up, be straight. You're gonna see that I actually put my hands on my shoulders and just leaning back. And I have to do this 10 times. So you take your hands, place them on the shoulders, and lean back. As you can see, it's good to have a back support. So you can do the exercise against either a chair back. I don't really have one, so I had to use the bench that's on the floor there, and that's just the best that I had, but that works as well. So the second exercise, which was also given to me by my physical therapist, is my favorite one because it's kind of like a yoga position, almost like a cobra. And let's go ahead and just take a look at it. You're gonna take a bag, meditation pillow. The best thing to use would be a yoga block or anything that could prop up your shoulders. But what you do is you set your hands to a prayer pose, and then you pop your chin up. And you're just laying on the floor, and you have your arms like you're resting, watching a TV, and you put prayer pose right underneath your chin, and just rest your chin on that and let your neck bend back. Like you're watching TV, like the TV is on the ceiling for some reason. But that's the one that you do for 3 minutes. So the best thing to do, and what I've done, is just put a timer for 3 minutes and just lay there. And that one is my favorite because it didn't involve any strenuous movements or exercise. It was a little painful, but it always came off super relaxing in the end. And sitting for 3 minutes really helped realign that spine again. And it's similar to the cobra, as you can see, because there's that back bend, but it's instead of it being like a muscle activated posture where you're like trying to lean back, you're resting and just trying to get as high of an arch on your chin from your hands. The thing about these exercises was I had to do these every 2 hours, which I have not committed to since it was given to me. And if my physical therapist saw this or heard this, he'd lay the law, give me a wagged finger. It's hard. I'm sure a lot of people, whenever they finally start healing any kind of injury or like feeling better with anything, they're like, oh, I feel great, I'm gonna go right back to doing what I would do. And you know, you kind of just end up half-assing your recovery anyway. I've noticed, like, I don't know, I've done it a lot, and if anyone else has, put in the comments below how eager it is the moment you start seeing any sign of recovery where you're like, oh, I'm better, I'm gonna get back to it, and then you might crash right into it again, which I did. So those are the two from my physical therapist. And now the next one's the part of my routine. I'm going to show the actual physical exercises that I do to strengthen the serratus anterior muscle, which is running along the back and along the shoulder here. And those are the ones where I saw the major, like the most improvement as far as reinitiating stability. Because the first two exercises helped me realign my spine in a proper position that took pressure off of the nerve, which reduced pain and opened up my hand again. If the muscles are not strong around it, it stays in that position of just being out of alignment and winging. So you can go online and type in how to fix winging shoulder and exercises for winging scapula, and you'll see these exercises coming up, and those are going to be some of those posted below. But my top, let's see how many I actually do here. I actually just do three types of exercises that I do that are my favorite. And the first one is the classic push-up. The second one are isometric exercises, and the third one are stretchy bands, which I absolutely love. Stretchy bands. I didn't realize I would love stretchy bands so much. And actually I think that's the one that does the most improvement for me, because I can take my time and kind of combine the aspects of isometrics and a physical movement in the same motion. So let's look at the push-ups first. So as you can see, it's just a basic push-up position where your arms are shoulder width apart, elbows are at a 45, neck and head are forward, and well, I guess the neck's not forward, but the head and eyes are forward, and you just do a standard push-up. You just like go down nice and easy, feel and make, like for me, I'm paying attention to how my shoulder feels when I'm going down, and making sure there's a sense of symmetry where my shoulder blades are coming together in a balanced format, and then I'm coming up at the same time. So for me, it's about just doing it nice and slow. And so I'll do sets of like 8 to 10, 2 to 3 sets. And it just keeps it really simple. These are exercises that require a little bit more strength. You might not be able to do a lot of push-ups at this time. So the other two are what I really enjoy, because it strengthens everything, but doesn't require a lot of initial body strength or technique. Because if you haven't done push-ups before and you're starting out to do those and you're trying to do sets of 8 to 10 or like even 5 to 8, technique could be really off. And if it's off and you're unbalanced, you know, that can definitely throw off what you're trying to work, or you have to be a lot more mindful of maintaining balance and maybe lower your reps until you can do those. But my favorite ones, let's go on to the stretchy bands. Now the stretchy bands, I do 2 different exercises for this, and as you can see with the bus, I don't really have a lot of space, and the best thing that I could do was take one of these stretchy bands. I take these, I have 3 different sizes, and what I've done is you can see in the bus I have a couple hooks. I think they were hammock hooks from the previous owners, and I just loop the band through there, and then I have 2, and I'm able to hold both sides. So I can loop through a hook and put that in there. So for your position, if you're at home, maybe you could hook it around a doorknob and sit on the floor, or find something you can hook on, or put your own hammock hook in your house. You should just get a hammock. And so what I've done is I'll hook it through there, and I just do one exercise where I hold the bands and I do a wide bear hug, and I just pull back and get my shoulder blades to move in a balanced position and just hold the position, like squeezing something. Like imagine squeezing like a Coke can or like some fruit or something between your back, in the middle of your back between your shoulder blades. And I'll just do the bear hug, and I'll hold that for a second or 2 and then come back. And I just do as many reps as I want, because the bands are so light. I don't really have to you can do like 15. For me, I can do 15 or 20 of these and just be like, I feel good. You know, so I would just do as many as you can and don't go too hard. You know, if you do like 10 or 15, you'll be comfortable. Even if you're not feeling a lot of work being done, muscles are being activated in a way that probably haven't been activated in a long time. And it's strengthening, and over time it just starts to hold that position. And I've already noticed by doing the stretch band exercise, especially the stretch band, there's a lot more control. Like my shoulder blade is not popping out as much, and when I'm going to the drums or I'm playing another instrument, especially guitar, I'm not getting any more hand pain, and the ability to play, I have more endurance, and I'm able to do techniques I haven't been able to do in a long time. So I do 3 different bands. Right now I stay in the middle one. This is the really heavy duty one. As you can see, it's getting on the point of breaking. I'm gonna have to get new ones. This is the super light. And the second band exercise that I like to do is more of like a lat pull. So it's still at an angle. This is what I like about having the hooks up. It's still at an angle, and I just pull in, keeping my elbows at a 45 and just holding the position. And then I just do, 15 to 20 reps of those. And then I also like to combine isometrics. So isometrics are a type of exercise. It's like a static motion. It's like gripping something and holding it for a set amount of time where you're activating the muscles. So it's, for me, I've found that if I pull the bands and just hold the position for a moment, that I can strengthen the muscles without having to do too strenuous of a exercise. And then the last exercise that I like to do, and I just do it randomly in the bus, wherever I can find a good spot. There's two places that I do this. Is one by the stove, and one these bars up here. And all I do is I work on two motions. Is that I grip the pole. Let's start over there by the pole. So you'll see I'll just grip the pole and I pull down. I'm just trying to pull down. I keep my posture straight and I'm just trying to pull down, and I notice it activates all of my shoulders, activates part of my biceps, and it activates everything underneath my shoulder here. And I just hold that. I hold that for like 15 to 20 seconds, and then I switch arms and I do that again, and I do 3 reps of those. And then I do the reverse. I'll grab and I'll pull up, and I activate all these muscles like going up, and I'll hold 15 to 20 seconds on those, switch arms, do that back and forth, 3 sets. And the thing by the stove, it's the same concept, except this time instead of something being up here, it's down low. So what I do is I grab the stove, next to it there's like the wood that's sticking out there on the lip. I grab the lip and I grab it and I pull up. And I try to just hold that position. And I do that for 15 to 20 seconds, switch arms, another 15 to 20 seconds, and I do 3 reps of this for each one. And I also do the same. I'll grab and I try to push down. And I do the same thing, 15 to 20 seconds, switch over, 15 to 20 seconds. And I still incorporate isometrics kind of wherever I'm at. Sometimes I'll do a wall push and I'll just like push against the wall and just like hold the position. And I started to incorporate this just throughout my day. I'll do these bands in the morning and in the evening, and kind of whenever I'm feeling a little bit of discomfort. After I do 2 hours, I'm supposed to do 2 hours, I'm supposed to set an alarm and do the neck exercise, the first 2, like the prayer pose or the back bends. I like to do the stretchy bands afterward. And I at least do them in the morning before I actually play the instruments, and in the evening. It doesn't take too long, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes on each one. And the benefits so far have been steady. I'm not going to sit here and say remarkable, like it fixed everything immediately, because I still feel discomfort. I still feel like a pinch in these nerves and this whole strand like being tight. But overall, having the strength and the balance in my shoulder and my back has definitely made an improvement in my playing. I'm not getting as fatigued, and the endurance is there. I'm also noticing that there's no more wrist pain, and if it is, it's very mild and it recovers quickly, like within another day or so. So with a combination of doing these strength exercises and approaching my instruments being more relaxed, I'm actually able to play a lot more. And that's really all I've got. That's really all I got for this. I don't want to make any more remake these videos. I'm just kind of tired of them. So, or I'm just tired of perfectionism. That's why it takes so damn long to make these things. I've literally made this video 4 times. It's just why, they're just vlogs. It's just me doing my thing. Anyway, so I hope you found it maybe a little helpful to see what it is that I'm doing a little bit. There's definitely other people that are professionals that are teaching this in the proper format. Remember, I'm just another guy going through this and figuring it out. But I'm kind of curious if there's anyone else that's going through these or uses these exercises in another context to help them, or if you're a musician that's like been struggling with either hand pain or any kind of other body discomfort. Let's talk about it. Put some comments in the below. I'm kind of curious to see what else is going on out there, and yeah, let's go a little further. I'm gonna see what's next. So sweet. If you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.